Oh, you're good.
Well, good evening and welcome to the DirtFans.com 410 Sprint Cars season opener here on Ultimate Dirt TV for the World of Thunder Esports League stop number 1. Great to have you tuned back in here on a super Sunday fun day on Ultimate Dirt TV. Zach, 410 Sprint Cars here at Volusia.
Well, Jerry, the only sprint car footage I think I've really watched on YouTube is because we don't have them in Kentucky. I don't know a lot about them, just being honest with you. Is some guy at Volusia just standing on the beans all the way around. It's wild stuff. I predict we're going to get a lot of wild stuff here tonight. It's good to be back in the booth with you. Of course, as always, calling on World of Thunder Esports League action. As again, we kick off our season tonight in the 410 Sprint Cars here at Volusia. No better place to start a season than in sunny Florida.
I know the video you're talking about is a couple years ago during the race in February, and it was like a 13:7:28 lap time, just wide open, like you said, giving her the beans. So, speaking of giving her the beans, Logan Rumsey, quickest in practice right now. We'll see what happens in qualifying as we get ready to move into qualifying here momentarily. As Zach, it's season 12. Hard to believe it's been 12 seasons already of World of Thunder.
Absolutely, but we're here. We're growing every year, doing new stuff. The return of sprint cars for this season. So it's good to be back. I think the thing that I'm the most excited about as a part of this format with the return of sprint cars, Jerry, is after we go qualifying here, 6-lap heat races. They're going to be laying it out there in those sprints, I think is the best way to describe them. Exactly. No pun intended. Trying to get into one of those transfer spots. We're going to see a lot of fun in these short heat races as we get ready to roll 2 time trials. Again, you see the overhead view of Volusia Speedway Park. And we are underway with qualifying. First car on the track is the 41. And that is Logan Rumsey.
Logan Rumsey first on track here at Volusia. The old Swindell Speed Labs machine hustling on around the big speedway here at Volusia. Troubles here with my monitors there. Of course, it looks like a 13:082 for Rumsey. Also out there on track right now, Tim Smith, a quick time with a 12:999. Now Logan Rumsey goes one quick with a 12:987 for the Swindell Speed Labs. 41 of Logan Rumsey. Tim Smith, now Davin Cardwell. Now Kevin Hanley. Kevin Hanley goes quick time with a 12:980 or 978. So
they've got these
hitters.
Yeah, they've got these things digging. You see 3 guys in the sub-13s there, Hanley, Rumsey, and Smith. There you see David Allen out of Seven Valleys. In the First Light Victory Archery Titanium Archery Products machine, he puts down just above a 13 flat. He goes 9th quick. You got Davin Cardwell sliding in there in 4th quick. Mike Augustine, good run for Mike there in 5th. James Grace, a former World of Thunder Sprint Car champion. I believe the last World of Thunder Sprint Car champion. He slots in 6th quick, and then Ethan Toder, who in talking to him this week as he got ready for sprint cars, told me he knew about as much about these as I do.
Well, yeah, I mean, I'm not I know enough about sprint cars to be dangerous. I can kind of walk them on through it. There's Alex Bergeron out there, of course, picked up the feature win here on the Street Stocks, the guy who's going to be racing all 4 leagues with us. The Dirt Street Stocks, the Sprint Cars, the Big Blocks, and the Supers. Taking a look there, Jennifer Hantz comes in. Of course, she's joining us there. And there you are. Quick time! Alex Bergeron with a 12.950 or 12.956, a 12.956 for the driver out of Quebec, Canada. And on screen right now, there it is, the No Thunder from Down Under, Brett Wheeler from Sydney, New South Wales, Australia. And looks like Brett Wheeler comes in 7th quick, and at least he did better than our good buddy Alex Robinson, who's 23rd right now. Matt Yoker with the best time so far for him as a 14.270. We'll see what he can do on the split here as he quicks that thing off. And I believe we're just about finished with qualifying. And there it is. We'll take a look at our results here just momentarily. But Alex Bergeron sets quick time here on season opener here at Volusia. So Bergeron going to be, like we said, we'll see 4 heat races tonight in this one. 4 heat races, 6 laps of distance. That'll put Bergeron on the pole of heat race number 1. And let's take a look. Here it is. It'll be Alex Bergeron out of Quebec, Canada. They're on the front row. Of course, a iRacing world champion numerous times in the sprint cars, and Davin Cardwell, the 101, there to the outside.
Clayton Davies can roll off on the inside of row number 2 from Down Under for Ace Sim Sports. He's in the 14 machine. Outside of him, it's the 23 of Up North Esports, Chase Swafford.
Here we go. Driving the number 13 is Jordan Gage, the Mid-South Dirt Slinger machine out of Iowa. And then it'll be Dakota Hartzell, the 75, there to the outside of row number 3.
Another Mid-South Dirt Slingers car, the 119 of Donnie Batiste, lines up in 7th. And then Matt Yorker in the Big Daddy Speed Concepts number 1 entry, I believe the 21 entry, but number 1 on timing and scoring, will line up in 8th.
There we go. Dakota Hartzell back there. Just like I always said a sprint car should look like. I remember being a kid watching sprint cars racing across central Iowa, and man, the fastest guys had a silver wing with nothing but duct tape numbers on them. So we'll watch there. Hartzell back there as we get ready to go. Heat race number 1 of 4, top 4 cars moving directly into tonight's A-main event.
Absolutely. So top 4 of these guys will transfer. Keep an eye. You got Davin Cardwell there to the outside of Alex Bergeron on this front row. Pretty talented in these sprint cars. Of course, Alex Bergeron kind of needs no introduction. But some of these guys on back should be fun to watch. Again, as sprints make their triumphant return to the World of Thunder Sunday night schedule. Of course, we had them for season 1. They took season 10. They took season 11 off, back for season 12 here at Volusia. And we get ready to go heat racing, Jerry. Should be a good time for 6 laps.
There we go. You see riding on board with the Drummondville, Quebec, Canada racer, Alex Bergeron, like we said, a multiple-time iRacing world champion. Great to have him back in the World of Thunder Esports League with us, and great to have each and every one of you tuned in on Ultimate Dirt TV as we get ready to go green flag racing here. And I believe next time, like we said, 6-lap heat races, quick heat races here tonight. And man, going to be a great 410 show, Zach.
Absolutely excited to be a part of it. Excited for the big blocks coming up here in a little bit, and then I get to be quiet so my wife can go to sleep for the super late models.
Yes,
but
Sarah, she's been ruling the roost there today. We've seen.
Oh, she rules the roost every day, Jerry. As the pace truck pulls in and we get ready to give her the beans. 410 sprints back in the World of Thunder, and we are underway, and it's a good start for Bergeron. Down the front straightaway, Cardwell going to tire tap with Clayton Davies, headed into 1. They're down the back straightaway. All single file, ducks in a row. Bergeron, Davies, Cardwell through 3, and off of 4. That's how they run lap number 1.
They'll work him on down. Alex Bergeron, your race leader now. Looking a little further back. Like we said, top 4 is what transfers is Chase Swafford. Swafford in the 23's got that 75 in Dakota Hartzell. Hartzell's got him in the crosshairs. Working them down the front straight away. It is still Bergeron, Davies, Cardwell, and Swafford, your top 4.
Yeah, Swafford started to look to the inside of Cardwell there in turn 1 and 2. Thought better of it. Got on the brake and cleaned her up there. They go single file off of turn 4. It's Bergeron starting to take a little bit of a drive away from Clayton Davies there in second. And then Cardwell, you can see the gap back to him as he disappears out of sight down the back straightaway. Bergeron leads another lap as we've got the popsicle sticks in the air.
2 to go. Bergeron still your race leader. Davies, Cardwell, and Swafford all looking to punch their ticket to the first feature for the season here on thedirtfans.com 410 Sprint Cars on World of Thunder. White flag is waving. They'll hustle off a 2 and down the back straightaway. Still Alex Bergeron, the driver out of Quebec, Canada, working into 3 off of turn 4. Zach Newton, he'll bring it down to the checkered flag. Alex Bergeron, Clayton Davies, Devin Cardwell, and Chase Swafford, your top 4 transfer cars.
Well, if there are any, there are inevitable things in the world. They are death taxes, and Alex Bergeron winning sprint car heat races as he picks that one up in the ABR setup shop, CSI Shock number 12. Then Davies, Cardwell, and Swafford will transfer. Swafford, of course, also affiliated with Bergeron there in that Up North Esports powered by ABR setups. Number 23 comes home in 4th. Yorker, Gage, Batiste, and Hartzell will transfer to the soup to come up here in just a few minutes as we line up heat number 2. And on the pole, it's New York's Kevin Hanley in the 110. Outside of him, the 72 of the Pennsylvania Hot Shoe, Mike Augustine.
Then we'll go number 2 to the inside. It's a Newton Cattle Family Racing 03 of Ethan Toder. And to his outside, that'll be Jeremy Prey driving a 117.
Aiden Beerline, the young man in the 13, going to line up in 5th for OBR Simsport. Outside of him, it's the First Lady of Dirt for $1 Million Motorsports, the 11 of Jennifer Hans.
Then we will see right there, that will be Travis Breitzer in the 9 car and Steven Turbeville there in the 4 machine out of Louisiana. So good field of cars here for heat race number 2.
Looks like Turbeville does not grid, so we will have 7 cars in this heat race for a 6-lap dash top 4-wheel transfer. This should be a lot of fun. Keep an eye, of course, on Ethan Toder. Not really a sprint car driver. Had a good run going in the street stocks before he got involved in a little bit of an altercation, but he's definitely more of a fendered car aficionado, Jerry. So his foray into sprint cars could be, something. Also keep an eye on Jennifer Hans. She's starting in 6th, her sprint car debut for the World of Thunder as well. Of course, Mike Augustine making his first sprint car start as well. New to World of Thunder since the last time we ran them, Jerry. Should be a good time. BJ, probably loving the amount of pink cars on the racetrack in this one.
I would imagine so, but taking a look, like you said, some first-timers. Jennifer Hunt, she was on show with us the pre-show last night and looking very forward to driving that number 11, the Mimi's Makings in Motion number 11 machine back there from deep in the field. We'll watch her and see how she does on her debut. As it is Kevin Hanley and Mike Augustine working into turn number 3 and 4 behind the pace truck. Pace truck will drop to the inside. They'll hit the chalk stripe in turn number 4. Green flag comes out. 6 laps of distance. Heat race number 2. It's going to be Hanley followed by Augustine on down into turn number 1 and 2. Ethan Toder laying it to the inside. And look at this. Here comes Aiden Berlin. Berlin to the outside.
Toder going to ride the hub around 3 and 4, makes a little bit of contact with Augustine, but they hold on. Toder going to slip back now a spot as almost slip back a spot as Beerline thought better of it, ducked in behind him for that 4th and final transfer spot down the back straightaway. Jeremy Prey in the 117 Wraith Racing entry ducks in behind Beerline as we keep clicking the laps away, Jerry.
Beerline right there, the Fredericksburg Virginia racer working in that 4th and final transfer spot. Is it still Hanley, your race leader? Look at this, Jennifer Hans with a great run back there in the 6th spot. Prey right ahead of her in 5 as they hurry down the back straightaway. This time they'll come across the stripe. Zach, there'll be 2 to go.
Popsicle sticks in the air for Kevin Hanley. He's looked comfortable out in front, just like Bergeron did in heat race number 1. And you definitely want to build that confidence. You're looking for the outside pole starting spot here in this one. Good run going for Mike Augustine as well as he drives it in deep into 3 and 4, slides up the racetrack, but can't quite close any ground. As the white flag waves, it's going to be Hanley off of turn number 2. You see our camera jump to the back straightaway there, just off the scoreboard here as this camera as we come off of turn 4. Down the front straightaway, it is Kevin Hanley, your winner over Mike Augustine, Ethan Toder, and Aiden Beerline, your top 4 to the show.
So that'll wrap them on up as we get ready to take a look at some results. Like you said, Kevin Hanley, Mike Augustine, Ethan Toder, and Aiden Berlin punching their ticket to the A. The rest of them coming back through last chance qualifiers. There'll be Prey, Hans, Breitzer, and Turbeville, who did not, like you said, grid on up. We'll see what happens. And here we go, heat race number 3.
On the pole, it's Logan Rumsey in the 41 out of Pennsylvania. Outside of him, it's Ultimate Dirt TV Zone for Black Diamond Motorsports. The 56 of No Thunder from Down Under's Brett Wheeler.
We will see Ernie Williams Jr. out of Lima, Ohio, on the outside or inside of row number 2 into the outside from Des Moines, Iowa, driving the 47. It's Jason Randolph.
Sisu Dirt Crew driver out of Newburgh, Oregon, Timothy Korkigoski in the 40. Outside of him, it's the 42R of Looking for a Team's Alex Robinson. Shotgun on the field, the Mid-South Dirt Slingers, Jack Weaver.
Take a look at Alex drives for Team Ouija Board. It's apparently the name. Oh, it's Team Outlaw Motorsports. Outlaw, Ouija. It kind of gets. They all both start with an O or something.
Both start with an O, Jerry. So it's understandable how you could make that mistake. I totally get it.
I know. Looking on board with the driver of the 56 from Sydney, New South Wales, Australia, where it's Monday. So Wheeler doesn't get to have a Sunday fun day with us. He gets to have a Monday. So the Black Diamond Motorsports 56 machine right there. Logan Rumsey there to the inside. So great looking front row as we get ready to go to the green flag. This time off of turn number 4.
Should be a good heat race here with Rumsey and Wheeler, 2 World Championship caliber drivers. And, it's going to be a lot of fun. Keep an eye on Alex Robinson back there in the blue 42 machine as we get ready to go green on the beans off of turn 4. Good start for Rumsey, and Wheeler going to lose a little ground as Ernie Williams goes to the bottom of the racetrack. He's going to scoot into second place, slide up the racetrack in front of Wheeler. We'll see if Wheeler can get that runner-up spot back as he goes nose to tail with the number 91 machine down the front straightaway. That's how they run lap 1. Logan Rumsey leads.
Logan Rumsey, now Brett Wheeler looking to the outside. Wheeler into the outside, Armco off a 2 and out of back straightaway. That's going to put Williams back into the number 2 spot. Wheeler back to 3rd. Jason Randolph is 4th, but Randolph has now got Wheeler to the inside. He'll come to the bottom side. They'll go wing deep, looking at the tail tank of it. It will be Wheeler back to the number 3 spot. 4th is Jason Randolph. They'll work off a turn number 4. Rumsey, Williams, Wheeler, and Randolph.
Looks like Alex Robinson has already parked that one for this heat race. Not sure what happened there. Wheeler nearly got into the Armco pickup there on the outside of the backstretch wall there. You got to be careful. That will jump out and grab you here at Volusia as we work 2 to go. Logan Rumsey leading in dominating fashion.
Down the back straightaway, Rumsey out front, going to walk the dog on this one. Into turn number 3 and 4, Logan Rumsey still on out front. Rumsey working on down as they work on down. The Spring Run Pennsylvania racer working into turn 3 and off turn number 4. Logan Rumsey with the win. Ernie Williams, Brett Wheeler, and Jason Randolph, your top 4.
Good run for Rumsey. Looked very comfortable out in front. Jerry, I know these are short heat races, but I got to admit, we've been caution-free so far, and I'm going to knock on the old wooden desk there as Logan Rumsey brings that one home. Your winner, Ernie Williams, about a second behind. And then Brett Wheeler, Jason Randolph, your final 2 transfer drivers, Korkikoski and Weaver, and Alex Robinson are going to head to the consolation races to see if they can earn their way into the alphabet soup as we line up our next heat race, Jerry.
Taking a look, it's going to be Tim Smith in the 50 car starting on the pole. Into his outside, the 269. Ain't that fine? That's James Grace in the Blue Groove Motorsports.
David Allen out of Pennsylvania in the 19, going to line up on the inside of row number 2. Outside of him, the Winchester Wildman from Winchester, Virginia. That's the 116 machine of DHR's Chase Hardy.
Going to row number 3, now to the inside. It'll be the 92. Of course, that will be Corey Austin out of Mustang, Oklahoma. Into his outside, driving the Mid-South Dirt Slingers, number 34. That's Bill Miller from Ottawa, Iowa. And starting shotgun on the field, that will be Tyler Schultz in the 17. So sitting up front, Tim Smith out of Columbia, Missouri. James Grace, the 269. Of course, he hails out of Nevada, Falloon, Nevada to be exact.
And he is a former, again, World of Thunder champion, the last World of Thunder Sprint Car champion. So we took a season off, but he still feels like he's got to defend that title. But as you saw Alex Bergeron dominant early. You saw Logan Rumsey with a good run. Let's see if Grace has got what it takes starting on the outside pole of this heat, Jerry, as the pace truck's going to duck in, and we're going to go 6 laps of heat racing.
I tell you what, home of the Mizzou Tigers is where Tim Smith calls home, Columbia, Missouri. And they're to the inside. Your pole setter as they work into turn number 3 and off of turn number 4. Pace truck drops to the infield. The chalk stripe is there. The green flag is waving. We race them on down into turn number 1 and 2. It's going to be Tim Smith leading the field. David Allen. Nope, not David Allen Co. Just regular old David Allen. Look out, troubles. Down the back straightaway. We've got one upside down hard. Corey Austin in the 92. A big crash down the back straightaway. And we will go to the yellow for that one, it looks like.
I feel like I might have jinxed us saying we've been caution-free so far. We go to our first Ultimate Dirt TV instant replay of the DirtFan.com 410 Sprint Car Series for Season 12 here in the World of Thunder. And you see a little bit of contact there, almost. Hardy pushes up the racetrack. He collects James Grace. And then, Austin, who I think maybe, I don't know if he initiated the contact, but he was part of it in turn 1 and 2, reaps the rewards as he winds up on his side over in turn 3. That'll be the end of his heat race run, Jerry.
Tough break is, kind of when you unload these sprint cars with the stagger, they run with that smaller left rear, the bigger right rear, and then as you get back in the throttle, if it hooks just right, and we saw exactly that happen, just took a wild right-hand turn to the outside Armco, and when that did, it was a DUN. But David Allen, your race leader on out front, this Seven Valleys machine. Of course, the First Light Victory Archery Titanium Archery Products, number 19, your race leader.
Good run going for him. He snuck his way up in there. James Grace has fallen back to 4th, still in a transfer spot, but definitely I think not where he'd like to be running to defend this title, Jerry, as we should be going back to green here in just a moment. I think the pace truck lights are still on. We're going to have at least one more caution lap.
They run them on around. Under the caution. You know what I'm excited for, Zach?
What are you excited for, Jerry?
I'm excited I get to announce and catch carbon monoxide poisoning this week. We get to we have this annual indoor go-kart motorcycle, 3-wheeler, 4-wheeler.
Oh Lord.
Oh yeah, it's indoors. The Battle at the Barn, right here in Des Moines on Coke syrup on the asphalt or the concrete. So I'm looking forward to Friday and Saturday getting to watch some 5-second lap go-kart times and, a good fist fight once in a while break out at the Battle at the Barn. So if you want to watch that, you can head out to Flow Racing. We can watch this on CNC.
Oh, Jerry, if it's on Flow, I'll be tuned in, bub. Don't you worry, as we are back underway in this one. Halfway home, Chase Hardy jumps the cushion in turn 1. That's going to open the door for James Grace to his inside. As you see, David Allen pulls away out in front of the field as it looks like Grace and Hardy going to trade sliders in 3 and 4. That's the best battle on the racetrack. Hardy going to go to the bottom. He's going to run that line, slide up the racetrack in front of Grace, just out of our live camera shot. There we go. Now BJ's awake, Jerry. We're cooking with gas.
There you go. James Grace working on down it side by side. Hardy and Grace still working down into turn number 1 and 2. Round the outside, they will hustle him. Down the back straightaway, the 269. James Grace showing the number 3 spot. David Allen, your race leader. White flag is in the air and 1 to go.
1 to run as they head down into turn 1, and it's David Allen starting to pull away just a little bit from Timothy Smith. Best battle on the racetrack was Chase Hardy and James Grace, and James Grace is going to come out the victor as he will come home in the bronze medal spot. Chase Hardy will take the final transfer over Bill Miller and Tyler Schertz, but it is David Allen and Timothy Smith bringing it home 1 and 2.
There we go. It'll be 1 and 2, Allen, Smith, Grace, and Hardy. That's your top 4. And then it will be Miller, Schultz, and Austin rounding out your top 7. So we get ready to go here. Final heat race, Jack Weaver. The 034 right there, going to be on the pole for the Mid-South Dirt Slingers, and Tyler Schultz in the 17.
It's going to be Donnie Batiste and Travis Beardser for the Mid-South Dirt Slingers, lining up in row number 2. Batiste in the 119, Beardser in the 9 to his outside.
Then we'll go to row number 3. It'll be Alex Robinson in the 42 and Corey Austin, the 92.
And Dakota Hartzell and Steven Turbeville will round out the field. I believe this is our first consolation race, Jerry.
It looks to be that way. It looks to be top 3 going to the B out of the C. So we will check things out here. And
BJ Duvall, our producer, since Brett Wheeler is racing, so we thank BJ for stepping into the chair. Normally one of the admins for the World of Thunder Sunday night schedule, but jumping over to fill in the producer duties. BJ, do you know how many laps we're running in this C-Main, my man? Several is what he gives me. So we're gonna run some laps and see how it goes. 12 laps. 12 laps the distance. Top 3 transfer in this C-Main. Should be an interesting show. Definitely curious to see if Alex Robinson can keep her pointed forward in this one after not having too much luck in the heat race. Otherwise, he's going to get the business in the booth during the big blocks coming up here in just a minute, Jerry.
Yes. I mean, so as we get ready to go here, C-Main, you said 12 laps in top how many?
3.
1, 2, 3. So 4 guys not going to get the chance to dance here tonight in season opener for World of Thunder.
Words are hard even for us professionals, Jerry. Take us to green, my man.
All righty, looking. It's Weaver and Schultz up on the chalk stripe. They go looking for the green flag. It is up, it is out, and here we go, racing on down into turn number 1 and 2. It will be to the inside. It'll be Jack Weaver to the top spot. Tyler Schultz, Donnie Batiste, Corey Austin. That's your top 4 as they race on down into turn 3 and 4.
Buddy Schultz had a bad turn 1, but he's digging down the back straightaway after getting a good run off of 2. He's going to poke his nose to the inside. Can't quite get there. We'll see if he can recover. Good run for Corey Austin around the outside, like a couple of trailer park girls down the back straightaway. He goes to the high side in 3 and 4, chasing Jack Weaver as he continues to lead.
Here we go. Contact. Bang. Look at this. It's going to be all kinds of rocking and rolling. Down the back straightaway they go. Look out, troubles. We got one too hard. 2 cars upside down into turn number 1, Alpha 2. And we go to the virtual red flag as, wow, that was a hard hit. As Tyler Schultz, one of the cars involved, we'll take a look here on your Ultimate Dirt TV instantaneous replay as they got 3 wide. This thing started, actually you could start choreographing this about a lap before when there was contact for the lead, and then did Alex Robinson drive by that?
He did. There he is. And he pulls away.
Yeah, so yeah, this started with contact the lap before that got the first 4 kind of messed up. And then just things got narrow right up there. And then Alex Robinson, you know, they always say when there's a wreck like that, it's always the last car that gets you the worst.
Yeah, absolutely. So I will say this. You talked about how you could see this one coming. Well, Jerry, you could see it coming about the time they tried to go 4 wide into turn 1.
Yes. That's that's when chaos was ensuing. But look at this. Look who's in the transfer spot.
It is Alex Robinson. Is it top 3 or top 4? It's top 3.
Okay.
He's got 1 spot to go.
So
to punch his ticket into the B main.
So what you're telling me is he's still like his luck with the ladies, he still has a chance to dance?
Jerry, what I'm saying is there's a chance.
Yes. Now, in the words of Foghorn Leghorn. Now listen here, boy. Now listen here, boy. Now, boy, I tell you, you got a chance now, boy, and I think you can get into the feature.
Well, he's still got a long way to go to get into the feature, Jerry. Let's not put carts before horses. This is the pace truck, I believe. Ducks in. We get ready to go back to green. And
now I say, he is our good little chicken hawk.
Oh Lord. We're back underway. Corey Austin going to lead us into turn number 1. Donnie Batiste in second. Beardser was in second. No, Beardser is taken second with a good run timing and scoring. Getting a little squirrely as the checkered flag is going to wave. Unfortunately for Alex Robinson, he comes up just a little bit short. Jerry, the only thing I'll ask is you leave the Foghorn Leghorn impressions to us Kentuckians.
Well, I mean, I do like good Foghorn Leghorn.
I say, boy.
I say, boy, now listen, if you go around hitting us on the head with a rolling pin, we'll have a nationwide of lump heads. Or, God, that is a good saying. I have to remember how that goes.
Corey Austin. Sir, Donnie Batiste to the show. Alex Robinson, Schultz, Weaver, Hartzell, and Turbeville. Going to pack it up. They'll transfer the trailer. They're done for thedirtfan.com. 410 sprints as Jerry and I, get ready to take you through the B main.
the name of the cat on Foghorn Leghorn?
Oh,
Think about
I'd
that
have
for
to.
a minute.
Oh my God.
Think about that. Remember that? Yeah, here we go. Matt Yorker. Well, we'll let BJ think about that a little bit. It'll be Matt Yorker there on the pole, and Jeremy Prey there to the outside of row number 1.
It's going to be Timothy Korkikoski in the 40 machine outside in Mid-South Dirt Slingers, number 34 of Bill Miller.
Then we'll take a look at row number 3 to the inside. Jordan Gage in the 13, and his outside, it'll be Jennifer Hans in the 11.
Corey Austin for the Mid-South Dirt Slingers. Travis Beertzer of the Mid-South Dirt Slingers is going to line up in row number 4. And another Mid-South Dirt Slingers driver, Donnie Batiste, your 3 drivers out of the C main. Going to try to punch their ticket.
Maybe it wasn't the cat that was in Foghorn, but remember, it's how many lumps of sugar? Oh, 3 or 4, and then bang with the rolling pin. That had to be Foghorn Leghorn, because then there's a quote from Foghorn Leghorn. Boy, I tell you, keep hitting us on the head with that rolling pin. We'll be a nation full of lumpheads.
I believe that is Bugs Bunny, sir.
Was it really? Was that?
I believe it. Bugs Bunny and Pete the Puma.
Yes, you are correct. But no, Foghorn Leghorn does. I think he's got the nation of lumpheads, though.
You might be right.
I could.
I'm an Animaniacs guy, Jerry. That's my wheelhouse.
Animaniacs, yeah.
Oh, BJ, don't talk so much. We get ready to go green in the B main as the pace truck ducks in. They pass Daryl Lanigan's favorite tire down there in turn number 4, and we're on the beans. Down the front straightaway, Matt Yorker in the 21 pulls into the early lead. He takes the 117 of Jeremy Prey with him. Corky Koski going to lose a little ground on second as he slips back into third. Bill Miller going to start poking around behind him, seeing if he can get a nose up under the skirt as we finish lap number 1.
Put 2 and out of back straightaway. Matt Yorker, your race leader. Jeremy Prey, Korkanowski working the number 3 spot. Miller. Now you see Jordan Gage working on into the number 5 spot. Hans back there. They're 3 wide down the front straightaway.
Yeah, keep an eye on that. Some 3 wide tire tapping. That's when you start getting dangerous there into turn 1 here at Volusia Speedway Park. Hans to the high side. Down the back straightaway, she's going to pull ahead of Gage with a good run through 3 and 4. As Gage runs the hub there, he's going to lose a lot of ground. But he's going to try to get back as they head into turn 1. Hans gets a good run. She's going to look to the inside of Bill Miller. She's going to have the 4th spot. She is set on Chew, Jerry, as they come off of turn number 4.
You saw it. There's a switch in that car, that it has been flipped to beast mode as Jennifer Hans rookie season in the 410 Sprint Cars, and she is taken to this like a duck to water, working on in there in a transfer spot. But now we work up front there. Corey Austin and Jeremy Prey. Oh, almost a slider gone wrong. They just tap the bars a little bit, work them on down into turn number 3 and 4. It is still Prey and Austin working for the deuce.
Yeah, a lot of guys think they can throw sliders in these sprint cars. You just give her the beans and hammer, but if you don't get clear, you are headed for a world of hurt. And Corey Austin almost found out just what the world of hurt is like here at Volusia, but he's going to pull clear and run on into second place as the laps tick down. Matt Yorker continuing to lead.
Yorker led this one from the drop of the green. That'll be Corey Austin, Jeremy Prey, Jennifer Hans, your top 4. As they work them on down, this time by, we'll be looking at lap number 8 in the books for Matt Yorker.
Yeah, good run for Yorker out in front. Corey Austin, though, starting to catch up. He's pulled away from third place Jeremy Prey. Jennifer Hans still back there trying to battle for that 3rd spot, the bronze medal spot on the podium of this B main. Yorker out in front starts to take the kids to Gappleby as he pulls away down the front straightaway as we work lap 10.
Down the back straightaway, Yorker, Gone gone on this one. Austin working second, Jeremy Prey, Jennifer Hans. Now Hans going to take a stab at 3rd on Prey. There she's got it. Jennifer Hans to the number 3 spot, swap for the lead. White Castle serve. Yorker and Austin battling for the lead. They'll work down into turn number 3 and 4. Yorker back to the top spot. Hans is to 3rd. White flags a waving.
Austin was about 8 car lengths behind at the open of last lap. Then he took the lead off of turn 2 because sprint cars apparently aren't governed by the laws of physics. But it's not going to stop Matt Yorker from holding on. It's close at the line off of turn 4. Good run for Corey Austin with that really clever cut down off of turn number 4. And we're going to have to go to the official results, Jerry, to see how this one finishes.
Yes. Take a look here. Corey Austin with
look at it
by 3/1000ths of a second. over Matt Yorker, Jennifer Hantz, Jeremy Prey, Bill Miller, Jordan Gage, Travis Breitzer, then it'll be Kokanowski, and then Batiste, and that will round out our starting lineup. As you see, a little warm-up session. They'll work the racetrack in. While they're doing that, let's pay some bills. Sneak on out. We'll be back with a main feature coming up here on Ultimate Dirt TV. Well, welcome back as we are set for the first feature of Season 12 for the DirtFans.com 410 Sprint Cars here on the World of Thunder Esports League on Ultimate Dirt TV. Zach, we've got qualifying in the books, and it's time to go dancing. And let's take a look at your starting lineup from, let's just take her from the top. Starting on the pole in the 12 car. Out of Quebec, Canada, it is the 12 of Alex Bergeron, and his outside from New York, it is Kevin Hanley in the 110.
Logan Rumsey and the number 41 machine for Swindell Speed Labs lines up in third. In the inside row number 2, outside of him, the 19. Two Pennsylvania drivers, it's David Allen.
Taking a look at row number 3 to the inside, it'll be Clayton Davies in the 14 out of Australia, and Mike Augustine to the outside of the 72.
The 91 of Ernie Williams Jr. out of Lima, Ohio, going to line up in 7th starting spot. Outside of him, it's the 50 of Timothy Smith.
Going to row number 5, starter number 9, that'll be Devin Cardwell in the 101, and the 10th starter is the 03 of Ethan Toder.
Brett Wheeler, our very own Ultimate Dirt TV producer for Black Diamond Motorsports. No Thunder from Down Under. The 56 machine lines up in 11th. Outside of him, the 269 of Blue Groove Motorsports is James Grace.
Rolling off row number 7, it is Chase Swafford in the 23, and Adrian barreling there in the 20 car.
Jason Randolph in the 47 going to line up on the inside of row number 8. Outside of him, the Winchester Wildman out of Winchester, Virginia for Drew Hopkins Racing. That's the 116 machine of Chase Hardy.
Going to the next row, starting 17th and 18th, it'll be Corey Austin, the 92, the Mid-South Dirt Slingers entry, and the Big Daddy Speed Concepts, number 1 of Matt Yorker.
First Lady of Dirt out of Noster, Missouri. It's the 11 of Jennifer Hans for $1 Million Motorsports, lining up in 19th. Outside of her, the 117 of Wraith Racing's Jeremy Prey.
Driving the 34 out of Ottawa, Iowa for Mid-South Dirt Slingers, that's Bill Miller. Into his outside, out of Whiting, Iowa for Mid-South Dirt Slingers, it's the 13 of Jordan Gage.
Last row, row 12 on the field, the 9 of Mid-South Dirt Slingers, Travis Beertzer. And shotgun on the field, the 40 of Strap In for this one, Timothy Korkiowski.
There you go. There are your 24 cars and stars for season opener here on night number 1 of the World of Thunder Esports League feature event. You see them. They're 4 abreast for you, the race fans. If you're home watching on Ultimate Dirt TV, give a wave to the TV, the phone, whatever you're watching on, as you've asked for the best, and you've got them 4 abreast here at Volusia. As I don't care if it's on iRacing or in real life, watching 4 abreast sprint car parade laps, just hair on the back of my neck stands up. It's gorgeous.
It's
sexy.
It's these Kentucky winters, they bite, but man, it warms down to the cockles of your heart seeing a 4-wide parade lap. Maybe even into the sub-cockles.
Yes, yes. You know, I did use that line just the other day with somebody at work. I said, it warms me to the cockles of the heart that you did screw up a car again. Thank you. So we get ready to go on this one. As up next, after this broadcast, right after this one, momentarily we'll be back live on Ultimate Dirt TV for Big Block Modifieds. Oh, Big Blocks, of course. That is the right now the car of the car that everybody wants to run, but not everybody can run one of these 410 sprint cars. It takes some talent, and I think just like in real life, it takes a big set to strap on in with the drive with the drive shaft running right between your legs that at any point can cause chaos.
Yeah, this is a really poorly designed vehicle, if we're being totally honest. These things don't make a lot of sense, Jerry, but I'm happy to be here. Happy to be alongside you again as we get ready to go feature racing for 30 laps in the DirtFan.com 410 sprints. For BJ, who giggled about me saying the cockles of your heart, that is technically a part of your heart. Also known as the ventricles. The word comes from cochlea because they are snail-shaped. You're welcome, viewers at home. Jerry, take us to green.
Looking for the green flag, 30 laps the distance. They come to the chalk stripe. Bergeron and Hanley looking.
Nope, not yet. Not yet.
Hang on a minute. I'm gonna sit over here for a minute. You know, let's talk about Logan Rumsey, though, starting inside row number 2, the 14-year-old 600 micro cc racer out of Pennsylvania. Went down chasing a driller at Tulsa here a couple weeks ago, put it in an A main. So congratulations for making an A main at the Tulsa shootout for Logan Rumsey. So great job out of him, as he's been racing with us here on World of Thunder for a handful of years now. So it looks like 1 to go. Un momento, por favor.
Wow.
Wow.
That's an interesting statistic. Logan Rumsey, the youngest person to ever be awarded a pro license, had that license revoked because he is so young. That is, it's definitely an interesting statistic. Again, the 14-year-old representing Swindell Speed Labs on one of the marquee teams on iRacing as we get ready to go green, Jerry.
All right, this time they bring him down to the chalk stripe. The green flag is waving. Bergeron will lead the field on down into turn number 1 as they will hustle him off of 2 and down the back straightaway. Alex Bergeron, your race leader. Logan Rumsey has brought the Spindale Speed Labs 41 up into the number 2 spot. He'll rip the lip up on the top side. They bring him down off of turn number 4. Lap 1 of the books. Bergeron, your leader.
Yeah, Bergeron already pedaling the bottom. Rumsey up there in the fluff near the Armco. Trying to find some momentum around the Volusia Speedway Park is now Clayton Davies going to dive to the inside. He's going to follow in Bergeron's tire tracks there off of turn number 4. He'll still run third behind Rumsey and the ABR number 12.
Bergeron, Rumsey, Davies, Hanley, now Cardwell in the 101, back around the outside. Now look at this, here comes Davies and Rumsey working side by side. You've got two distinct lanes. You've got right down on the tire, or right down to the creek, and you've got a ring around the top. They'll work off at 2 and down the back straightaway. Still Bergeron. He is G-O-N-E gone on this one. Davies, Rumsey, Cardwell, Hanley, Williams, your top 6.
Bergeron way out in front. Color me surprised. This is a sprint car race after all, but keep an eye on Davin Cardwell. The Tennessee driver going to look to the inside down there with Logan Rumsey and Clayton Davies. He's going to find his progress stifled. Ernie Williams going to run the bottom to his outside. Kevin Hanley trying to make the cushion work around turns 3 and 4. We'll see what Hanley's got as they come off of turn 4. It looks like 6 in the books.
Ernie Williams there in that 91 machine working down along the bottom, deeper in the field. Oh, they see them side by side now for the 2 spot. Down the front straightaway to the 41 machine of Rumsey and Davies, still side by side. Right behind him is Cardwell in the 101, Williams, Hanley, Smith, Augustine, Swafford, and Allen rounding out your top 10.
Yeah, right around the hub seems to be the place to be as Davies makes it stick. They're side by side with Rumsey down the front straightaway as Rumsey gets up in the fluff, jumps the cushion a little bit, but rebounds with all that momentum off of turn number 2. He's going to take the runner-ups back, but Davies is going to go to the inside once again. Cardwell trying to figure out who he's going to follow. Looks like he's going to try to look to the high side as he runs 4th.
They keep this one clean and green so far. Now look at this. They'll be 2 deep off of turn 2 and down the back straightaway. Clayton Davies going to come to the inside of Cardwell. Cardwell and Davies back there working. Now the 91 of Williams there. Oh, hang on. We got one upside down hard in turn number 4. The 91 machine, man, still crashing down the front straightaway. We are to the virtual red flag.
Yeah, you can see that was... nasty contact. Yeah, we'll get an instant replay here. And you saw it live on screen, or at least you saw it start live on screen. The 91 machine, I think, gets in just a little deep. And he is going to collect the car in front of him. I believe that's Clayton Davies. Davies, I think, holds on pretty clean. But you see Ernie Williams just get rocked, and then he gets collected by another car further back. Like you said earlier, Jerry, it's the last car that gets you that's usually the worst.
Yeah, we got to see an in-car that hit. That's got to be craziness.
Well, BJ, there's nothing BJ loves like giving me motion sickness, and we're on board with Ernie Williams in the 91.
Ernie Williams, like I said, just gets her in there deep, sells her cheap right there, and then it's into the in there, and then here's the hit that, ooh. Well, I tell you what, a ride like that will usually cost you 3 tickets at the county fair.
That's that there's certainly some truth to that, but it's
you okay? Did you, Zach? You okay? Did you okay?
Yeah, I'm not happy about it, Jerry, but I'm fine. Well, listen, bud. Right during the street stock feature, all right, wife. You guys saw Sarah in the interim in Discord on my cameras. I was giving you the office tour. She knocks on the door during the B main and says, "Hey, dinner's ready." And I said, "Ooh, what's for dinner?" And she said, "Breakfast." And that waffle tasted great the first time, and I don't want to find out what it would taste like the second.
Oh, you had waffles for?
Waffles and bacon. That's what we had for dinner.
Man, I wish I had that at the concession stand right now. That does sound good. So it
Waffle
is.
on a stick.
Yeah, Bergeron and Rumsey running 1 and 2. Pace truck looks to make the left-hand turn quickly to the infield, and we are 15 in on this one. Green flag back out. We're underway. It'll still be Alex Bergeron, your race leader. Now Rumsey to the outside. Davin Cardwell's there. Look at this great battle for second. They'll work it on down into turn number 3 and 4. They are fanned out 2, 3, and 4 wide down there on turn 3 and 4.
All right, Jerry, in celebration of the return of the sprint cars to the World of Thunder Esports League, Mimi's Makings in Motion Super Sunday. We're going to take a lap or two off here and let you listen to these 410s chew around Volusia Speedway Park.
Great sound of velocity of voyage around Volusia. Is Alex Bergeron still your race leader? Cardwell working that number 2 spot. They race him on down into turn number 1 and 2. Down the back straightaway. Look at this. Here comes Brett Wheeler. Wheeler is worked up into the top 5 now. The 56 from Sydney, New South Wales, Australia. Working the outside. Man, tell you what, I had a little bit of question on him, Zach, as he was running back there, trying to hold on to the 11th spot, but now is looking for top 4.
Well, he had a little trouble in his heat race, got into the wall just a little bit. And then, in these sprint cars with the kind of speed and momentum you carry, those little mistakes like that can hurt you. But now Logan Rumsey seems to be fading back just a little bit as Brett Wheeler is going to put him behind him and move into the 4th spot as now you see Aiden Beerline, the young man in the 13 machine, going to challenge Devin Cardwell in 70 for the bridesmaid position for 2nd as they work off of turn 2. Cardwell still got the spot down the back straightaway. He's pedaling the bottom here. Meanwhile, out in front, Alex Bergeron starts to gap ties the field.
Adrian Beerline, like I said, the Fredericksburg, Virginia racer working right on in there. To the outside is Cardwell. Brett Wheeler's going to take a look to the inside. Wheeler coming downstairs looking. He'd like to get a move and get a run to get around those two to get a chance to get to Bergeron. Can he do it? It's still fence post formations for the 2, 3, and 4 spot. Off a 2 and down the back straightaway, Bergeron. Now it is Beerland, then it's Cardwell and Wheeler, your top 4.
Cardwell now slides back into 3rd after a little bit of help from Beerline. I think he maybe gave him a little bit in the nose, got him a little upset there in turn 1, moved him off that bottom. The bottom seems to be where everybody wants to be, Jerry, and I don't want to start, I don't want to get the whistle out early, but it might be a little bit of a choo-choo show we're in for here, unless this track starts to widen out here, as they're currently everybody on their best behavior, single file for about the top 8 cars.
We'll see what it does down the back straightaway. Wheeler's still trying to reel in. Everybody's nobody's gaining an inch or taking a foot. Everything's staying pretty easy. Now Wheeler's going to look to the inside. Comes nose to tail tank. Down into turn number 1 and 2. Wheeler down there on the creek, down along the inside of the racetrack. He's going to give up some ground. Did not quite get the run that time that he wanted. Wheeler still chasing Cardwell. Rumsey still chasing Wheeler as they work down the front straightaway.
Yeah, good run here for Brett Wheeler and Davin Cardwell up there in 3rd and 4th. Of course, Wheeler is a World Championship sprint car driver. Cardwell, no stranger to the pro ranks of the World of Outlaws Racing Series here on iRacing. Aiden Beerline, though, young man out there in 2nd with a great run going for him as well. But it's all Alex Bergeron so far as the laps wind down. Just a couple left to go, Jerry.
I will watch him work down into turn number 3 and 4. Down the front straightaway once again. Alex Bergeron, G-O-N-E, gone on this one. You can't even see him. He's so far out there. Wheeler once again working on Davin Cardwell down the back straightaway. Rumsey back there in the 5 spot. Now look at this. Wheeler gets a surge of power just as the caution flag went.
Yeah, I think Cardwell might have seen the yellow lights there a little bit before Wheeler did, and got off the gas as Wheeler was trying to make a move around him, and that's what caused Wheeler to shoot by like that. But this caution here, with just a couple laps to go as we wait for our Ultimate Dirt TV Instant Replay, definitely going to make things interesting.
So we'll take a look at the replay to see what happens.
We've rolled the transition. There it is.
There we go. Believe Jennifer Hans there on the outside. A little bit of contact there off of turn number 4 and just enough to upset the rookie. And she will bring the Mimi's making a motion. Warrior Logistics number 11. Just of enough stop that the quick wits of the iRacing flagman throws the caution very neededly. So we go under the yellow. Not needing to see that caution, and I don't really think he needs to see anything but the checkered flag at this point, is Alex Bergeron, the driver, like we said, a multiple-time iRacing world champion. Alex Bergeron there, showing the field around the speedway.
Well, we're going to find out, Jerry, if Beerline's got anything for him here. Good run for the young man in the 13 machine there in 2nd. We talked about Jennifer Hans's rookie, Chase Hardy, involved in that in that little bit of contact there in turn 3 and 4 with her, another rookie as well. Good run for Ethan Toder back there in 8th, a sprint car rookie. This is definitely going to be an interesting series, Jerry, as these guys get some more experience and girls get some more experience under their belt. The landscape of this series, maybe not for first with Alex Bergeron on point as he's been in this one as we're back underway. The landscape of this series may get very interesting.
Yes, it does. The diversity and the competition level is going to be very interesting. It's like you said, you got some newcomers, you've got some world classers, and you've got some guys that they're going to get hungry. They're going to get hungry for a win. Speaking of getting hungry, time to eat. And that's what Brett Wheeler's led to do up on the top of the racetrack now. Wheeler in the 56 car, working around the top side. Knows if you want to pass them, you got to go where they ain't, and that's going to bring the caution back out. Caution back out of the racetrack.
Well, I believe we're going to wind up in overtime here. A little green-white checkered finish headed our way. Some fireworks to start the DirtFan.com 410 Sprint season as we go to an Ultimate Dirt TV instant replay to see what brings out the caution. And it is Bill Miller in the 34.
As they get together and kerbang down to the inside retaining wall. Just enough stoppage to bring the caution flag out.
That's all it takes, just that quick stop.
It doesn't take much. Alex Bergeron, still your race leader. We're going to see what happens here as field will be poised. Looks like we'll have to see. We might have lost Brett Wheeler in this deal. Looking at timing and scoring.
Yeah, he is falling back. Not sure what happened to the wheelman there in that 56 machine, but he is dropping through the ranks pretty quickly. And it looks like he is out. So looks like some mechanical issues for that 56 machine for Black Diamond Motorsports. It is unfortunate. As we get ready to go into overtime here, Jerry.
Yes, we'll see what happens. Tough break for the Sydney, New South Wales, Australia racer, Brett Wheeler. Looked like he was trying to poise himself into a podium finish. So we'll see what happens. Bergeron, your race leader. I believe another trip on around behind the pace track. Like we said, green, white, checkered. 2-lap run to the end, so we will stay caution one more lap. Timing and scoring, working on getting everybody in their correct order. So Tim Smith in the pit area. Ernie Williams and Brett Wheeler out of this one.
But a good race, very clean race. You know, one of the reasons that the sprint cars went on hiatus for a season with some issues with rough driving and some other things like that. They parked them for a season, and now they are back, and we have seen a fantastic race. Really from Bergeron, from Beerline on back, as Bergeron is pretty much dominated as we get ready to take the green flag. It'll be 2 to go, green, white, checkered on the way. The green is out, 2 more flags to go, 2 more laps, and it's all Alex Bergeron.
Bergeron will lead the field off of 2 and down the back straight away. He's out front. Then you see it, Aiden right there chasing in second. Third is Cardwell, Logan Rumsey into the number 4 spot. They'll work off of turn number 4. White flag is waving, and we've got just 1 to go.
Yeah, we're going to finish this one come hell or high water as Alex Bergeron is off to the races. Probably thinking about the big block modifieds coming up next here in just a minute as he rolls the bottom off of turn 4. As long as he doesn't get snake bit by those tractor tires, he is good for the win. Beerline and Cardwell, your top 3, then a whole hornet's nest behind him, but Logan Rumsey going to come out in 4th, Kevin Hanley 5th.
It is in the books. Your first DirtFans.com World of Thunder 410 Sprint Car, man. And well, the donut shop is open for Alex Bergeron as he will cut some cookies and make some donuts down there on the front straightaway. He pulls a little wheelie on that. That's just awesome when you can make a sprint car like that.
Absolutely. I don't know why we're seeing the B main results.
So it's Alex Bergeron with the win. As he celebrates, it'll be Aiden Beerline working the number 2 spot. Davin Cardwell, Logan Rumsey, and Kevin Hanley, your top 5.
Chase Swafford comes home in 6th in the Up North Esports powered by ABR Setup Shops number 23. Clayton Davies, David Allen, Jason Randolph, and Mike Augustine, your top 10.
Looking at 11 through 15, it'll be James Grace, Jordan Gage. Then it'll be Jeremy Prey, Donnie Batiste, and Travis Beertster.
Going to be Timothy Korkikowski in 16th, Matt Yorker 17th. Jennifer Hans in the 11 comes home in 18th, and Corey Austin and Bill Miller to round out your top 20.
Looking at your final finishers, Ethan Toder, Chase Hardy, Brett Wheeler, Tim Smith, and Ernie Williams rounding out the field. So we will await our top 3 from the podium to make their way down to victory lane. While we wait for them, let's sneak away, pay a couple bills, and we'll be right back with your podium finishers here on Ultimate Dirt TV. All right, welcome back here as we found ourselves in victory lane with tonight's third place finisher, Davin Cardwell. Davin, nice, had a pretty good run out there tonight in the 410s and the return at World of Thunder.
Yeah, didn't expect to be up here in the top 3, considering I started 9th, and I don't have tons of experience under these sprint cars, but we'll take a third and we'll move on.
Yeah, I tell you, looked like a good run, like you said, a +6 tonight. Did you learn something on the 410s that you can move into the next, into the big blocks and the late models?
I didn't, just run the middle and chase after Alex, I guess.
There you go. Who do you want to thank for the trip to victory lane?
Zach Newton for the wrap. I got to thank Drew Hopkins Racing, Keltner Contracting, Big Horn Taxidermy, and everyone that helps us on the team.
All right. Nice third place run there, Davin Cardwell, and I believe Zach Newton has found our second place finisher.
Yeah, caught up with the number 13 driver. That is Aiden Beerline. Aiden, great run for you tonight, man. I don't feel like anybody here at Volusia tonight had anything for Alex, but you held on to second pretty effectively after pretty heavy fire from some guys there.
Yeah, for sure. I'm just in shock to be able to take to go from 14th to second in this hard of a league. I mean, I'm just very shocked with that. I'll take a second any day to Alex.
Yeah, no shame in a second place to Alex Bergeron. You had a good run. What's it like? You had to hold off Cardwell there as well as Logan Rumsey. I mean, some world championship caliber talent. Were you sweating bullets the whole run, or were you pretty comfortable and just running your own race?
I think when I got like at the end, I started sweating a little bit, but at the beginning, I was just trying to focus on my car and get consistent, clean laps to get up front.
Well, it definitely worked out for you. Any sponsors you want to thank on that number 13 tonight?
First off, I'd like to thank Jesus Christ, my mom, my dad, y'all for putting on an amazing show. Newland Contracting, L&H, Gage Stevens Designs, OW Simsets, OBR Racing, and CD Simography.
All right. Well, that's your runner-up, Aiden Beerline. Young man comes from 14th to 2nd to the runner-up spot. To the man Jerry Van Sickle is caught up with in victory lane. That is the neighbor from up north, Alex Bergeron. Jerry?
I'd say +1 from your street stock finish to this one. It's got to feel good to put this 410 on the box.
Yeah, absolutely, Jerry. It definitely was fast. I think we had a 30-second lead up there most of the race, and bottom was good. And I don't know what to say really. Just the car was fast and it was smooth and basically dominated all night.
Yeah, and that's listening to the guys that finished second, and third. They said running first or running second or third to you is like winning, but with the caliber of competition that is in here, and as well as anybody else, you can have an off night. Anybody can have an off night, but when you put someone of your caliber in this league, it only makes everybody else better, doesn't it?
Yeah, well, it's great to see the competition, and especially with Will Thunder Esports League, getting higher there on the competition level, and getting to basically a professional level on doing leagues and stuff like that. So really nice to see all that, and from Will Thunder, and especially here tonight, I think it was a great race, great competition, and definitely on the restarts, I just had to manage a good restarts, and after that was really good. Just like I said, getting the restarts perfect was the key, because I know these guys really wanted to win, but I took the win here tonight.
Well, Alex, you got a lot of team support that helps you out. Who you want to thank for the trip to the podium tonight?
Like I said in the street stock race, same people. Team ABR Esports, everyone in the team, Jason, Rebecca, Brandon Schultz as well, help us out, and also congrats to Clayton Davies, on a 7th place run there tonight. So good job to him from ABR Setup Shop, and everybody that supports us, and all our partners, CSI Shocks, Pitlogic Cat, BK Designs, Martin Farm Equipment, ABR Setup Shop, Stoco, and like I said, everybody that supports us, my dad for watching, you guys for doing awesome job broadcasting, and Will Thunder Esports League for putting us up. So can't wait to be in the big blocks here soon.
All right, well, we'll see you back here just momentarily in the big blocks. Alex, congratulations. The driver out of Drummondville, Quebec, Canada, picking up the season opener of the DirtFans.com 410 Sprint Cars here at Volusia on Season 12 of World of Thunder. So, Zach, Sprint Cars in. The flags are crossed here on our Super Sunday Fun Day, as we've got 2 leagues in the books, 2 more coming. Big blocks and super late models left. Of course, big blocks are up next. Supers are the nightcap, and it has been a great 2 features so far here on Ultimate Dirt TV.
Yeah, 2 great shows in the books, but the best is yet to come, Jerry. I'm quite sure of it. Big Block Modified's up next, and then super late models to close out the night. As you said, man, I am excited for the new blood. We're going to have an announce booth with you for supers tonight. We'll keep that surprise under wraps, but just a little teaser for the folks at home,
It'll be a good time. So on behalf of all of us here at Ultimate Dirt TV, Steve and BJ and the gang at World of Thunder Esports League, the folks at DirtFans.com for bringing you 410 Sprint Cars here tonight. It's been our pleasure having each and every one of you with us, from BJ in the booth to myself and Zach Newton. It's been our pleasure. We'll see you back here just momentarily for Big Block Modified. So until we see you again, have a safe trip home. Be good. God bless. And good night, everybody.